All right, awesome. Another ad read by your boy. What'd you think of that one?
No, well done.
Yeah, that one the same as the previous 26 ones.
Because it's the same one.
Because it's pre-recorded, so that's an insider's note behind the curtain a little bit.
Hey guys, it's Trav.
College football, Georgia Southern. Let's start with them because Georgia's not back. The ACC is a joke, and the SEC doesn't start until September 26th. The Big Ten's back though. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Michigan didn't fuck everybody.
Stop the presses because the Big Ten is back, aka Ohio State and the rest of.
What a terrible look for them to be the last ones to figure that out.
Well, they looked around and saw like the Pee Wee leagues playing, the high schools playing all around them, and they're like, "Whoa."
Are we going to be the pussies that don't play?
And are we really going to turn down $700 million? Because that's what it was.
Big Ten is the oldest and best financed conference.
The whitest as well.
Yeah.
So oldest.
That does matter, I guess.
Oh, for sure it matters because the people that are making the decisions make it out to be like it's all for the student athlete welfare. The reason they canceled the season because of Corona was because
they didn't pressure.
Well, they didn't want the lawsuits that came with it.
Yeah,
that's understandable. I wouldn't even want to touch that. But now that you've gotten just a little bit of blowback, because other football has started around the country, you cave immediately.
Yeah,
that's setting a dangerous precedent.
Spineless.
That you will just cave to Twitter folk, and basically restart your season. What about all the people that opted out?
That precedent is set. What's
up? What about all the people that opted out of the Big Ten? Now they have to come back or they have to figure it out again. They fucked it up from the beginning. They shouldn't have canceled it that early. They should have waited. I agree. And once you did,
that's what the SEC did. They just literally were like, we're just gonna wait.
I'm glad it's back. I want more football for sure, but it's just
SEC ran a master class on how to handle a crisis.
So far, right? Doesn't it seem like that?
They ran a master class on how to handle a crisis,
what else
public
is new?
crisis.
What else is new? The SEC got football right.
Yeah.
I think a large part of the Big Ten thing was what are we going to do with basketball starting in November? We're not going to let our football players play, but we're going to kill it. The Big Ten basketball season is not as lucrative financially, but that's where
it's still a huge deal.
Really good basketball is played out there. You know what I mean? As opposed to the football, which is, I think.
Yeah.
It's just not.
But they got a title. They have a title contender almost every year in that conference.
In basketball or football?
Basketball.
Yeah, in football they got one
Ohio State.
They got one in Ohio State for sure in football. Let's hit the Georgia Southern game real quick. This was a crazy game. Georgia Southern was 30-point favorite versus FCS Campbell. Campbell is playing 4 games this season. They have 4 games on their schedule. All of them are FBS teams. 3 of them in the Sun Belt. Georgia Southern, 30-point favorite, wins by 1 point. They're down 20-6 at one point, and the reason they win, or not the reason, but the ending to the game was nuts. Campbell drives the length of the field to tie it up, and then decides to go for 2 from the 2.
I love that play.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you only have 4 games your whole season. What are you playing for? But then you get...
Also, you're a 30-point dog. Give me that.
But then they get a delay of game heading into the 2-point conversion. So now you're going from the 2 back to the 4.
Unbelievable.
Back to the 4, I think, or the 5. And your percentages go way down now.
Yeah, now it's a passing down pretty much no matter what.
They still go for it instead of kicking the extra point. And then they miss it. There's 18 seconds left. They onside kick it. They recover the onside kick. Then there's a challenge or a replay review, and they find out that Campbell has illegally recovered the onside kick, and Georgia Southern escapes 1-point favorite.
Sheesh.
1-point win as a 30-point favorite. So thank God I stayed away from that.
What was up with them missing 33 players?
Georgia Southern was missing 33 players, and it was crazy. I really wish I was still able to ask some of these questions because I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They would not say how many of those players were, and it was announced at around noon.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 hours before the game. They would not say how many of those 33 were coronavirus related.
Did they put them on an injury list of any sort?
They posted a graphic with all the players' names that would not be dressing out today. But they didn't tell you which ones were suspended, which ones were injured, and which ones were coronavirus related.
Crazy.
And so that's what I can't understand. If you're a program and you have 33 missing, it's not too hard to say. I understand you don't want to say Tim Smith has an ankle injury and Bob Jones has corona. I understand that. But to not say that 16 of them are coronavirus tracing related, 2 of them are academic suspension.
You don't have to name names, but say.
Yeah, that's kind of just it's too sneaky for me, man. That's not forthright enough. And it's what we said a few months ago, right? With coronavirus, and college football especially, the lines are going to be blurred on this thing because college football programs and coaches will do just about anything to win. And they're so paranoid that the other team knows something about them or that they have so now they're even given more privilege.
Leeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
this would never, ever happen any other season. You know what I mean?
No way. Yeah. You would have to say
why
33 players were missing, for sure.
And you can sweep so much shit under the rug. Imagine if one of these kids got like a drug charge or something, something like that was swept under the rug.
Or a player,
God forbid.
A player who academically was suspended for the first 4 games last year. That same player was on the list this year. Now, you don't know if it's coronavirus related.
Crazy.
Or if it's academic related. That's like not forthright.
Crazy.
For me. Georgia Southern will host Florida Atlantic this week in Paulson Stadium. Head coach Willie Taggart, former Florida State coach.
What's the line on that one?
Georgia Southern favored by 2.5. Florida Atlantic's missing some players too. Georgia Southern will get several players back out of those 33, but who knows if there's more.
Just from like a little bit of an insider here, what's your pick on that?
I would stay away from the line. I mean, I wouldn't touch the line with an option team right now, not knowing who's going to be playing.
Yeah.
I do think that their quarterback Shai Wertz is capable of having a special
He's
year.
A fucking baller, dude.
He's a senior right now and rushed for 155 yards.
I was watching some of his highlights last night, just chilling on my phone.
Yeah,
he's a baller.
And I got to see basically every game this guy's played for the last 3 years. And he's a 4-year starter. Like, it's been fun to watch him, and I think.
Is there any way he finds his way onto an NFL roster?
Maybe athletically, but he won't.
Like a position change?
Yeah, maybe. Like he was recruited by Clemson as a 3-star athlete.
Really?
But he wasn't going to play quarterback there. Yeah, he's from South Carolina. What else? College football, anything else?
You wanted to talk a little U.S. Open?
Yeah, let's talk golf because U.S. Open is here. But I will say the college football had me hooked immediately. I started betting it immediately, and I was like, well, maybe the SEC's not here yet. No, I'm hooked. Like I'm ready for college football.
I'm not as all the way in on it as you are. I want to see SEC football, man. I want to see a game that matters to me. I really do.
That's fair. I don't think the fans and the lack of crowd noise is going to be as detrimental. It's almost like that in every sport so far. I'm finding that you notice it.
What was it like seeing all those fans in the Georgia Southern game?
They were pretty.
Did it seem spaced out?
Kind of. They were like potted, but they were like a lot of the tweets. I know Lindsey Goff from WTOC tweeted there were very few masks in the student section at Georgia Southern, but that's what you sign up for almost because like you can ask them and beg them to do the quote unquote right thing and wear masks, but that's just simply not going to happen with college age kids. And you have to know if you're an adult, you have to know what it's like to be 20, 21 years old.
It's just it's a weird time right now. Anywhere you go. Like I go to the gym, Planet Fitness, everyone walks in with a mask and immediately takes it off. It's almost like for show. It's
none of us get. I still don't really get.
I don't get that.
All I know is that it can't hurt, right?
It can't really help if you just take it off immediately the second you walk in the building.
Fair.
It's just it's like security theater is what they call that.
All right, let's start with golf, but let's start big picture and I want to ask you a general question.
Okay.
Sunday afternoon, U.S. Open, this Sunday, final round. It's going to be going head-to-head with the NFL for the first time ever.
Yeah.
A major championship in golf, head-to-head for the first time ever. Where are you at as far as like channel choices? Falcons, Red Zone, U.S. Open golf.
If Tiger's in contention,
isn't that the question?
I'm switching back and forth for sure.
Is there any other player that it could be?
No, but I mean,
think maybe there's Brian Harmon. If Brian Harmon from Savannah was in contention, I'd watch every shot down the stretch.
There's a few things that'll make if somebody goes stupid low, or if two guys go stupid low and they're like battling back and forth, that'll get your attention, like because Twitter will be blowing up or some shit.
But okay, you're a Falcons fan, like
I'm watching the Falcons.
Not die hard, but like basically every play.
Yeah,
watching every play. Tiger Woods in contention on Sunday, like you're tuning in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You got to miss some plays.
I think so.
I know my friend and roommate Houston, who's a big Falcons fan and a big Tiger Woods fan like me. Like, I have to think he'd be watching Tiger.
Yeah. Down
the stretch. I mean,
plus the Falcons are going to get blown out. So.
If it's not Tiger, like it's not going to be great. But I think Ricky Fowler, who I believe is 2 under, the leader, by the way, Justin Thomas at 5.
You're a big Ricky Fowler fellow guy.
I am, but a lot of people are, and also he's never won a major.
Yeah.
And I think
that's the other thing that would like make me tune in is a guy like that.
Right.
You know, going low.
Yeah. I think Patty Reed, who's four under and 1 stroke back after round 1. Patty Reed at the Masters a few years ago kind of had that. With social media, if you're in contention on Sunday afternoon on the back 9, that kind of hour and a half, 2 hours, the eyeballs start coming.
Yeah.
Like if it's a storyline, you know what I mean?
Yep.
What I think, like, what if it's Justin Thomas or Rory McIlroy or something like that? I just don't know if non-golf guy is going to pick that over the NFL.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So golf's
Roy's
gotta
just
be,
too nice.
Well, he's not an American.
Yeah.
He's like won it before. You know what I mean? So
Very boring.
I think Phil Mickelson would draw a lot
Phil
of
Mickelson
eyeballs
for sure.
Like I wouldn't watch it though. Like because I don't.
Phil?
No, fuck that guy. Phil's a loser, dude. Like I'm so over Phil. I've always been over Phil.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Phil,
Whoa.
you're welcome to come on the podcast and defend yourself. But the aviator sunglasses, I'm out on those. The weird.
I kind of like it. He's like big dicking around.
The weird. I don't know, man. It's like a dude that buys a big truck. You gotta wonder.
I was pulling for him in the you know, what was it called, the match. I didn't want him to win, but I wanted him to do well. You know, he wasn't doing particularly great through stretches.
He says the term hellacious.
Either one of them will.
Like hellacious seeds.
Yeah.
Hellacious is our thing. It's Brian Sigmund's thing. Hellacious isn't Phil Mickelson's thing. And also he's just a wannabe Tiger. Like he's just not Tiger. Sorry, you can't be Tiger. Sorry.
I like the shit talking.
Tiger's 3 over, tied for 71st. By the way, I'll slip that in. That was an interesting question for me.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't get a lot of those options too often. You know what I mean? Like major championship